Okay. Oh, there's someone. Can you hear me? There's sound. Yay. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for bearing with me here. Um, I I'm having like a day here. So let me just, I'm like deleting the post on Patreon. I made a new post, as you must have seen since you're here. So I'm deleting the old one just so that people don't end up there. I have two laptops going on right now, so that's what I'm looking at. Okay, hold on. We're gonna delete this. Okay, publish posts. Mercury retrograde is real. I know. I'm not usually a believer in that stuff, but I gotta say, um, lately I have been I've been coming to see the light about the retrograde. I think it's a real thing, everyone. Okay. Thank you guys. I'm doing great. Oh, I love you guys. You're so sweet. All right. I deleted the old link. So I take it you guys all saw my new post on Patreon, correct? So that's how you got here. So all right, so I learned a lot of stuff today, which is that I posted the link earlier today because I wanted you to have it, but it I was on my laptop at home, not the one here in the studio, and so it wasn't hooked up yet to the camera and the mic and everything. So that is why I was like, I'll just edit it when I get to the studio. And apparently that doesn't work. So now I know that when I post the link for you guys, I need to have everything all set up and ready to go. So I guess just going forward, just know that I might not be able to post the link until like maybe an hour ahead of time. So, but I will always remind you about the live streams. Does that sound like a good plan? Whew, okay, all right, everyone's here. Everyone got an email with the new link. Okay, great. All right, hi everyone. Happy Saturday. I'm so excited to be doing this live stream today. So as I've mentioned, this is going to be a little quick and easy hair tutorial. I get asked a lot how I do my hair, and there are a few different methods I have. One is having someone else do it. And when you see my hair looking like really, really polished and amazing, it was probably done by Missy, who comes in and does like the studio shots and the charm patterns photo shoots. So I just have to say that, like, if you find a good hairdresser, like, hold on to him or her, because that is gold. So, but the other thing is, I do my hair a lot myself a lot too, and I feel like I have various levels of of doneness, I guess I want to say. And what I'm showing you today is like my easiest, quickest overnight set. So this is, I'll do this like if I'm teaching the next day, or if I'm doing something like this, I guess just something casual where like the photos aren't going to be around forever. And I want to look cute. It's also really nice just to feel like if you're going to wear like a vintage style dress or outfit, just to kind of pull the whole look together. Like, I always believe you don't have to do your hair and makeup vintage style, but if you feel like you just want to do a little something extra to have the whole look be very cohesive and unified without a lot of fuss, then this is probably a good tutorial for you. So the great thing about it is that it's very quick. You do it the night before. This takes me 8 minutes. Okay, I time myself. So the night before, it takes me 8 minutes, and then it takes me a few, maybe like 10 minutes the next morning to brush it out and style it. So it's very, very quick and easy. It's not going to, like, you're not gonna have to be fooling around with like a curling iron or hot rollers, any of that stuff. These are great to travel with. So they fit into, like, you know, they kind of scrunch down into your suitcase. So this is how I set my hair when I'm traveling and teaching. And what I have going on here, so we'll just get right into it. I'm going to tell you all of the products that I'm using like as I go. And what I was thinking is that I could update the description afterwards with links to everything that I mentioned. So, and obviously that post needs to be updated in many ways now because it has no information in it except for this link, which you're all here. So that's the most important thing. Okay, so just to start, what we have going on here is 3 Velcro rollers on top. So Velcro rollers are very, very hard and uncomfortable. You can't put them anywhere that your head is going to be touching the pillow because you will hate your life. Oh, that's the other thing I want to say about this is I'm very sensitive to things on my head when I'm sleeping, and these pillow rollers are the only thing that I've found that don't bother me when I'm sleeping. So that's another plus to this method. Okay, so there are 3 of these very hard Velcro rollers on top on my bangs, okay? And also just to say a little bit about my hairstyle, my hair goes down to about right here now. It's pretty long, and I had my bangs recently cut shorter. So I have like some side swept kind of bangs that end at my ear, okay? So that's what I'm curling up here. And I have to say they do look a little weird when they're not styled. So I've been kind of just pulling them to the side and putting them in a barrette or a comb when my hair isn't curled. But when you do curl them, it gives them like a lot of, having them that short gives them a lot of body and lift. So there's that. Okay, so yeah, and then the rest of my hair is almost all one length and it goes down to about my armpit. And it has just like maybe a little slight layering at the front. Okay, so that's, I mean, everyone's hair is different, and my hair is pretty like thick, and it takes forever to dry too, is the other thing. So I wouldn't call this like a wet set because I can't do wet sets. It'll be dry like a week later, just because of the thickness of my hair. Yes, it's the patio dress. You like the dress? Okay, so yeah, let's just pause. This is the patio dress from my book Gertie Sews Jiffy Dresses. So I've actually been thinking that this would be a nice addition to YouTube or something like that at some point. It's just do a tutorial sewing this dress because I know that it's the most challenging dress in the book. So that would be fun. Okay, anyway, back to hair. We talked about my hairstyle, my hair type. Okay, so we have the 3, I think these are medium-sized Velcro rollers on top. And then everything else is pillow rollers. So have you guys seen these before? They're like little white rollers and they have wires through the middle, and then you can shape them. Yes, this is Liberty fabric. So this is the Carlene Rose fabric. You can shape them to just kind of hold them in place. And so I'm only using 12 of the pillow rollers, okay? So the way that my kind of like setting pattern is that I just do the rollers in like a ring. Let me see if I can kind of like show you the back here. How was that? So I have like a stool so that I could like relax. Did you see the back? So it's like a ring that starts here and then just goes around the back. So there's no rollers up here, okay? And like the crown of the head. And the reason for that, I mean, is just like, this is easier. I feel like for longer hair, someone just asked about long hair. This is just more like, I was kind of going for like a Veronica Lake style where it's not like a lot of body on top. So this isn't like a Marilyn Monroe kind of thing. It's more like it stays closer to the head here and then it's going to wave down here. So when I want more body, I will put these pillow curlers all over my head and I'll start at the crown. So this is more, I think of this more as like a Veronica Lake hairstyle. Someone just asked, why did I use the hard rollers on my bangs? So this is just for more body and a little more, so Velcro rollers will give you a ton of body, and that's what I'm going for. I'm trying to get sort of like a swoop, you know, that sort of like signature 50s swoop on the bangs. So you'll get a little more structure. The pillow curlers are like, you know, they're kind of like mushy and they don't give you like a super uniform look, but I wanted the very uniform look on the bangs. Okay, so I hope that answers all the questions so far. And then what I do to sleep in it is I put this scarf on top. They'd be more consistent too. Yes, totally. Yeah, so the great thing about the pillow rollers, and when I was asking Missy about using pillow rollers, she said like you don't have to be really like careful about the way you set it. And for me, that's a plus because I am like, I call this my lazy girl set. Like if it's like 11 o'clock at night and I have to teach the next day or work, I mean, just really any night, I'm like, I'm over it by that point and I just want to get my hair set and over it. Do I start? Okay. Yes. I'm going to get to what all of this. Shorter hair, you can do a similar set. You might do more up on top for shorter hair, just to get more body. And then for super long hair, I don't know. I think you might be able to achieve the like Veronica Lake thing. You might have to use smaller sections of hair than I'm using here. I would say experiment with it. Just kind of give it a go. And, you know, when it's not for an event or something, just like for work every day or something like that, just give it a try and see what works best for you. Because that's the only way I came to this method for myself, was just trying out different rolling patterns and products and all of that. Okay, so what did I want to say next? Oh, so the scarf, I wrap the whole thing in this scarf, which looks really cute. So I got my nails done like this the other day and the woman was there and she's like, how did you wrap your hair like that? It looks so cute. And I was like, oh, thank you. It's just a little thing I did. So this is a Jackonet scarf. Do you guys know the brand Jackonet? They sell them at like Sally Beauty Supply and Amazon and all that. It's like, it's been around for like a million years. I'm going to show you one of their nets later too, Jackonet. I don't know if you guys can see that, but so I was in Sally Beauty one day and I saw they had like a little stack of packages of these Jackonet sheer triangle scarves. And they seriously looked like they'd been sitting there since 1958 or something like that. Like the packaging, like they were covered in dust. And then I was like, what is that? And I bought the whole stack. And I'm glad I did because I've had a little trouble finding these again, but I do have links for you on this because this is the best one that I've found. It's in a triangle like this and it's like a pretty pink and it's tulle, and I just like put the back around like that so I get like a little basket going. Yes, I will post the hair products later. You might have missed that at the beginning when I was having my technical trouble. I will put all the links in the description. Okay, so you just kind of leave the triangle point hanging like that and then tie a knot over, so it's sitting on top of the Velcro rollers, and then this goes to the back, and then you can tie your little bow. So for me, this generally stays in place all night because it's kind of like grabbing the back of the rollers here, and it's sticking to the Velcro on top. So I don't need to pin it or anything, because that's my other big pet peeve is like, if the scarf comes off in the middle of the night, I hate that. It drives me crazy. Like I'll wake up and feel it falling off, and it just ruins my whole night. So that's the thing. It kind of stays on like that. Let's have a little Coke Zero break. How are you guys doing? Are you all have a nice beverage? I instructed you to get a beverage. Okay. I have Coke Zero and water ready to go. Okay, so any questions so far about the rollers or the scarf? Coke Zero is I know, I'm seriously addicted, guys. It's a problem. Got dinner. Oh, sorry, I just bumped the table. Okay, Irish breakfast, coffee, Coke Zero twins. Okay, so sewing a starburst dress while I watch. Can we see the pillow rollers? Yeah, okay, so what I'm gonna do next is take the whole thing out. Can't you just use a tulle triangle? Sure, you can make your own if you have like some sturdy tulle, and then the edges are have a rolled hem on them. So you could use your serger. Sorry, now I'm hiccuping. You have one knot in your hair to show. A scarf? I just took it off. I'll take it off again. I'm gonna take everything out, so you're gonna see everything knotted on my head. What was I just saying? Can we see the pillow rollers? Oh, the triangle. Yes. Okay. So you could do like a narrow hem around the edge of some tulle and just make a big triangle. Silk organza works well. Yep. You got your kitties, Anna. That's very cute. Okay. All right. So let's go to the next step, which I'm going to talk about like how I put the rollers in and the products I used. Okay. So let me just take this off again. I could also measure this for you guys so that you can get the dimensions to make your own. Okay, so when I start with my hair, the other thing I wanted to say, guys, is that I only wash my hair once a week. Okay, so then I will, okay, what am I trying to say? You can do this every day to your hair. Okay, this set doesn't last more than a day for me. So I will just redo it the next night. Okay, so your hair can be, I mean, I've experimented with hair being like up to a week worth of grit and dirtiness because I do, like I said, wash my hair just once a week. And I found that it does tend to look a little bit better the dirtier it gets. But I know that like when I work with professionals, they always like me to have clean hair when they do sets. So, but for me, I just feel like it looks a little bit better when it's dirty. Okay. So I will start with dry hair. And if I have just washed my hair, then I blow dry it. Okay. And you don't have to like brush it straight or anything like that. It can just be, have its natural texture. My hair is like a little bit wavy. Okay. So what you're going to do, you're going to get your hair dry. And then I spray through as I'm curling with Lotta Body. Have you guys ever used this? It comes in this huge bottle, Lotta Body. So Lotta Body setting lotion, professional concentrated formula. Great body, firm sets, silky sheen. Okay, so this is a concentrated formula, as they say. And I mix it like half Lotta Body and half water in a little spritzer thingy. I do half and half. I've tried doing more Lotta Body too. What does it say on the back? Normal hair, 2 to 3 parts water to 1 part Lotta Body. So I feel like they're saying you should dilute it more than I do. I use half and half. But you could experiment with different ratios too. Okay, so I will like brush my hair out. I also, if it's tangly, like if I've already set it like the night before, if it's tangly, I'll use like a little leave-in conditioner. This is Kenra Daily Provision. And I'll just spray my hair with Kenra and then brush it out so that my hair is very tangly. So I just try to get it as smooth and tangle free as possible. And then as I'm going, I section my hair off. And this isn't, I always watch like YouTube videos on hair and I see people like doing really intense sectioning and clipping and all that stuff. I don't do any of that. I just grab a section of hair and then I grab the next section of hair. Like you don't have to like do all that dividing. And I mean, you should try to get a nice part. I never do, guys. Look, this is my shameful part. I just feel like I can't really see it, so it doesn't matter. You can also see how many grays I have too. I don't dye my hair, and like the grays are all kind of like on top and like on this side. So yeah, I mean, if you feel like you should, and you probably should, you could part it first and then do your sections. Okay. All right. So as I go, I take each section, and you'll see how big it is when I take this one out. Spray each section and then roll it into the curler. So I'm going to take this roller out. Yes, Amazon does have Lotta Body. Okay, so that's what it looks like when it comes out of the roller. So just to like repeat, I spray each section, and then you're going to take, this is your pillow roller. Okay, it's like a little, it's a little tiny foam cube. I've seen someone make these herself before, like sew her own, and it's definitely something you could do because the quality of these is garbage, okay? And they don't last that long. They have a little cube, a wire in the middle, and then they're covered with this like white fabric. And the problem is the little ends start poking out at a certain after you've been using them for a while, and then you have to get these wires in your hair. But it's all good. Okay, so you've got your pillow roller, curlettes. Yeah, I have some curlettes too. Those are like handmade, hand crocheted curlers. I found I want to try them again. I just found the first time I used them, I found them really hard to sleep on. And I just felt like they were, maybe if I tried this set, it would be a little better. Yeah, let me know how you guys do with the curlettes, because yeah, I do have some at home. Okay, so I just roll from the bottom, right? You want to be really careful about the ends of your hair, and then just make sure that it's really smooth and just wrap up from the bottom, roll, roll, roll till about here, and then you squeeze in the ends like that. Okay, and then it stays in. Yeah, these are nice because someone just said something about foam rollers. Foam rollers have the plastic like clampy things, and those always leave indentations for me. And I also find them harder to sleep on. Okay, so rag ties, yes, that's a good idea. You could use, someone just said you could use rag ties in place of the plastic clips on foam rollers and make them like rag curlers. Yeah, that would be great. Okay, so I'm going to start taking these out so you can kind of see what they all look like as I go. So I leave the Velcro ones on the top. And I'm going to brush out the bottom first. So you can see these are fairly big sections of hair. Anytime that Missy's done my hair, she does it with really small little sections. And I just do not have the patience for that when I'm doing it myself. But that does give you more curl and more body. This, like I said, is more going for a Veronica Lake kind of thing. Less curl, more like a pretty wave. Okay, now I'm going to go around to the back. So you can see it gives you like a really nice curl. Oops, I left one in the back. Guys, this is so fun. I feel like a real YouTuber. I'm doing my first hair tutorial. What are my plans for after this? I'm going to take a nap, guys. These are really fun, but I feel like when I like all of the getting ready, and especially with the sound issue this morning, it's so stressful sometimes. So yeah, I'm really excited to take a nap. I'm going to get back in my sweats when I go home and take off the makeup. And I'm just going to take a nice little nap. I've always been a real YouTuber. Thanks. Okay. All right. So all of the curlers are out. The other nice thing is at this point, you can just like put your curlers in your scarf and just kind of bundle them up. And especially if you're traveling, that's a really nice way to transport them. Yeah, I know. I'm a huge napper. I can't do without a nap on the weekends. Okay, I'm just looking at your comments, guys. Yeah, I can talk about hot rollers at the end. All right, so after I have it all out of the curlers, like I said, I'm going to leave these ones in on the top, and I'm going to start brushing the rest out. Okay, this is a Mason Pearson brush, the hideously expensive brush that everyone says is the best. I will say I bought it like 12 years ago, and it's held up really well, and I love it. Like I would, if it ever does crap out on me, I have to buy another one because it's really great. So the model is called Popular, Mason Pearson Popular. So I have also, there are also a lot of links out there for alternatives to Mason Pearson that are not hideously expensive. So there's like the Denman brushes, I think people like. So guys, please share if you have like an alternative to this, because I know they are expensive. Okay, so I'm just gonna start brushing. This is like a nice big paddle brush. And just, you want to get every little bit brushed out. And then I kind of start to shape it under here. You can see I'm getting a little static. I tend to get static in the winter. So you can smooth that out with a little pomade, as I like to say, because I'm fancy, also known as pomade. So you really just want to give it a good brush. Oh, good. I'm seeing your recommendations for brushes. Thank you, everyone. I knew you would have some. So you can see it's kind of started to form into a nice shape there. So I'm just going to keep brushing for a while. And I like to try as much as possible to get this shape that's kind of started there, kind of like a page boy shape. So like the indentation in and out. So the kind of the way you position your hands, I think, is the key to that. I have to keep saying I'm not an expert, but what I've noticed is if I like put my hand here and then I'm kind of using the brush to go out that way, then it starts to form that shape. Okay, so how much you want to mess with this part is really dependent on how much time you have and what you're doing that day. I feel like, you know, this, I would be pretty happy with how it's looking right now if I were just kind of like going into the studio or something like that. If I were having my photo taken, that I would probably spend a little more time brushing and smoothing. Anytime that I've had my hair done by like Missy or another hairstylist, they always tease. Okay, so I try to avoid that on a day-to-day basis. What they do is they'll like tease up from the bottom down here and build up the layers, so you'll get like a really dramatic shape, and then like smooth the top over. The thing is that can really damage your hair, and also it makes it harder to brush out. So you probably have to like condition and wash the next day if you have a lot of teasing in your hair. So for just like day to day, I try to not tease. I do a little teasing on my bangs just for a little lift. But yeah, you can see how it's starting to form a nice shape. Someone asked, how long do I have the rollers in my hair? So I overnight. All right. So I will put them in like when I'm getting ready for bed, usually like around 11 o'clock. And then I will take them out the next morning around anywhere between 7 and 8 or 9. So I leave them in for quite a while. But, you know, nights I've gotten not a lot of sleep, you know, like if I'm traveling or whatever, I think, you know, just, you know, 4 to 6 hours will be fine too. Okay. All right. So again, yeah, I think just smoothing it. If you wanted to, you could add a little pomade at this point. Let me grab mine. This Lady Luck pomade is really nice with argan oil. Okay, so you could like, if you have hair that frizzes a lot, you could put a little bit on your fingers. Don't use a lot, and then just like smooth it through your hair. The other thing I like to do on this side is like pin it back. Okay, so you get that kind of look. So sometimes I'll just kind of twist it like that. We're really seeing the grays here, guys. Just up close and personal. So I'll kind of twist it and then take a comb and kind of stick it in from the back there. Okay, and then you can kind of smooth this part out. Okay, so that gives you just like a kind of more polished look on this side. And then you can kind of smooth out the rest. Another nice comb or brush to have is this little one, Amped Up by Cricut. Just getting some stray hair out of there. Which is just, it's a teasing brush, but I like it for just smoothing kind of like the top layer of hair. All right, guys, you're kind of getting the point, right? I'm not super happy with this side, but the point is you kind of just keep brushing and smoothing. What are you guys talking about? Do I have a preferred hair length? I find my hair gets too heavy at a certain point. I agree. I kind of feel like what I have right now is like the longest I like my hair to be for vintage styles, just because, like you said, it does tend to get kind of heavy once you get past a certain point. If you're looking for more like a bouncy, like Marilyn Monroe kind of thing, I would say about up here, like just a couple inches maybe below your shoulders. Or actually like a Marilyn Monroe thing, you could have it shoulder length and then curl it up into a bob. Okay. But yeah, when I actually just had a few inches taken off my hair because I noticed that it was getting really, really heavy and the curls weren't setting quite as nice. Okay, so again, I'm obsessing about this side, guys. Okay. There, that's better. Anyway, you get the point. You just keep brushing it until you're happy with it. All right, next thing we're gonna do is take out the Velcro rollers, and I have these in place with bobby pins or Kirby grips, whatever you may call them, wherever you're from. Okay, so you'll see this is a lot shorter here. This is my little bang situation. Looking fabulous. Wish I wasn't a morning runner. Major head sweater. Oh yeah, guys, I don't run, so I can not relate to that. But yeah, I feel like yeah, if you do any sort of working out, which is sort of a foreign concept in my life right now, yeah, this whole thing might get in the way of that. All right, you can see just taking those out that the Velcro rollers gives us a lot of body on its own. And so I will brush these out separately. And I'm curving the brush out this way so that, oh, I have a mirror here that I brought for this purpose, so I wouldn't be staring at the laptop. So maybe I should actually use that. So I'm brushing this way, brushing this way. You can kind of smooth it on top. There are many fun things you can do with the bangs, but what I like to do is give them a little tease, like I talked about earlier. Oh, this is the other brush or comb I like to have. This is I don't know what it is, but it's a rat tail brush comb thing that I got at Sally's. You can get them on Amazon too, so I will find you links for it. So I'll do a little bit of teasing up here. Like I said, you want to go light on the teasing for every day. And then it should look something like this. Fabulous. And we're going to start to smooth it. So now I'm kind of switching back and forth between my little amped up brush. Spornet. Yeah, Spornet. Yeah, that's a good one too. A good teasing brush. So you can just kind of start to work with your bangs here. I like to get, ooh, I like that. Okay. I like to just get like a pretty little swoop here and then a curve right there. I kind of feel like I'm not going to touch it much more. Pretty little swoop here and then a curve right there. I kind of feel like I'm not going to touch it much more. Like that to kind of hold the height of your bangs, and one right there on the wave. If you want to spray it with the clips in, that's a good thing to do. So I'll often just leave that there when I spray. Let's see, did something happen? Someone just said, did something happen? All right, so once I'm happy with my bangs, then I usually find I'm not happy with the rest of it again. So I kind of have to go back. The swoop I just did with my bangs was magic. Yeah, it's like sometimes it behaves and sometimes it doesn't. Oh, you guys are losing the video. I seem to still be going here. You might be freezing or something like that. Let's just, I missed a little hiccup. It seems good now. Okay, so you guys missed what I was saying about the clips. You're back. Okay, all right, good. All right, so I was just saying that these little duck bill or alligator clip, I don't know all the terms, guys. There's a minor glitch, seems okay. Yeah, try reloading if you're having problems. I was just saying these little clips are great for holding your bangs in place, your little swoop, before you spray it. So I'm gonna I put it right in that little hollow right there, okay? And it just is kind of holding them up. And I'll use hairspray. There was a 10-second repeat. Okay, did you guys miss anything that I was talking about? Anything? Let me know if there's anything that you missed, and I can go back and clarify. Still not happy with this side, guys. Gotta go pick up my son. All right, thank you so much, Mrs. Darling, for joining. Have a wonderful day. If you have to miss the end, you can always watch it on Patreon. The clips, but I repeated. Okay, you guys all heard it. Okay, so what do we think? Are we happy? I mean, I think if I were just kind of going into work, I'd be happy with this. I'm not if I were getting my photo taken, I would redo this side, I think. Maybe I would leave it down. Ooh. So yeah, you could also try giving it a little more body and just tucking on this side. Sometimes it likes that. Sometimes my hair prefers a bobby pin on that side rather than the comb. So you can just do a little barrette or bobby pin. How would I redo it? If you need to redo it, try to do that before you use hairspray, okay? Because after you use hairspray, it's a little harder to mess with. So this is kind of your chance. This is your chance to redo anything. And I'm pretty happy with it. I feel like I'm liking that side better now that I use the bobby pin rather than the comb. Okay. But yeah, so at this point, there's no hairspray in it. I could still do anything I wanted to it. I could redo my bangs if I wanted to, but I don't because I feel like they're looking really good. I could tuck this side back. That could be cute. Another thing you can do is put a scarf under it and tie in a bow behind the bangs right here, or a headband. You're a little sad I'll be napping on it. Oh, I know. It is sad to waste a good hair and makeup day, but that's okay. It was documented here for everyone. Okay, is it weatherproof, windproof? No, I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a little bit. I want to just show you what I would do next, and then we'll get to how to make it withstand the elements. Okay, so if I were just going into the studio, what I would do now is do some hairspray on it. This is Big Sexy Hair Spray and Stay All-Nighter Spray. I like this one. I also like the one in the metallic blue bottle. That smells a little prettier than this one. I'll give you guys the link to that one. So what you would do is just kind of give it a little spray. I try to really smooth back right here, and then really get your bangs with the clip in. And then I'll just kind of put my hand back in that little page boy dent right there as I'm spraying to kind of train it. And then same thing here. Okay, so after you spray it and let it dry a little bit, then you can take out the clip on top. All right, and so the next thing I want to talk about is, someone just asked, is it windproof? And yeah, it's not at all. And if I'm going to be doing video, oh, the other thing you might have noticed is I really don't care what my hair looks like from the side or the back, because I'm just like, I never see it. But I have noticed in videos and stuff like that, my hair looks a little messy from the back, but what are you gonna do? But if you really want a super smooth look and you also want your hairstyle to withstand the elements, what you need is a hairnet. I use these all the time. So like this also helps shorten your hair, like give you like a faux bob too. So did you guys see the dress, the photo I posted yesterday, the yellow dress in the diner, and it looks like I have shorter hair, like it's more of a bob. I was wearing a hairnet. So often for photos, I will wear hairnets just to keep everything looking really polished, so you don't have like this kind of like frizziness. And it also gives you just like a really uniform look. Okay. The hairspray is Pravana. Is it? It's TGTIGI. I'll find the name later. I don't think I've used Pravana, but now I'm intrigued. Okay, so once everything's dry, then you can take the clip out, and having the clip in while you spray just kind of helps it set. So let's talk about the net a little bit. These are like little lunch lady nets. These ones that I found are Jacko net, handmade like a human hair net. I feel like that's weird to say. No elastic, self-conforming, invisible, durable, sheer nylon, bouffant size, medium brown. So they come in different colors. So here is mine. It matches my hair really well. This kind with the no elastic has huge holes in the net. And it doesn't have elastic. So you don't see that line that you can see. So I did want to show you guys, because hairnets are kind of like magic, I think. Okay, so you have to open it up, and then I put it on behind my bangs. So now I have to take my hair and kind of bundle it up into the net. Like that. And what you can do is you can like pull the net up so you can get more of a bob. And you can also, you can just leave it, all right, and kind of smush it. You can see the net on that side. Sorry guys, I'm like, it's kind of hard to do this on video because I can't really see the I can't see the net. So you just want to make sure that all of your hair is in there, and you can pin the net in where you need to. And you can see it. It still looks like hair, but it's not gonna like blow all over the place. And this is great for like if you're, you have an outdoor wedding, or like Dapper Day at Disneyland, you're gonna be outside all day in the heat. This will really help just hold it all in place, and it'll keep your hairstyle throughout the day. Like I said, I do leave my bangs out of the net, okay? So you're not gonna see the net over them. I don't know. Yeah, see, I'm having trouble here. You get the point, right, guys? I made my point. But I feel like part of my hair is not in the net. But anyway, nets are great. So yeah, a fun thing to do. It's magic. Yeah, hair nets can be great. So the other thing that would be really fun is like these scarves, the one I slept in, are great for wearing in your hair too. So, because it matches my dress today, you can just kind of roll it up like a bandana and put it under. Oh God, now I'm caught in my hairnet, guys. Under the hairnet. And it would be really fun to do a little bow. Or you could just tie it off in a knot. I like these in little bows. How about that? And then I just kind of like these to go over my ears a little bit. I'm liking it. What do you guys think? The other thing, you can kind of play with your bangs. You can make them a little longer, wave in a little bit more, but I'm not going to mess with it too much. Okay, you guys love, oh, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Let's have a diet or a Coke Zero break. Okay, so thank you, everyone. So many lovely comments on the live feed. Bangs look amazing. Yeah, I'm very happy. I was a little worried about cutting my bangs as short as they are, but it has really helped with hairstyles like this, and they stay up all day. So when my hair was more all one length, the only thing I could really do was more like a Veronica Lake style, where it kind of sweeps across the forehead. The shoulder dance, I know that's my signature move. Melisha likes to make fun of the way I dance, but I think I've got some nice moves. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, I think the shorter bangs are working. So I would say if you're thinking about cutting your bangs a little shorter, don't be afraid, because it really helps with the roller set. The one thing I haven't tried with this is, you guys have probably seen me wear like the bumper bangs in the front. So I don't know how that's going to work. I have a hair rat that I roll them up in. And now that they're shorter, I don't really know how it's going to work. Do I go to sleep and wake up like Mrs. Maisel? No, I don't do that. Though I love that scene where she like she used the little like rubber rollers where you like roll up, and then she does it when her husband is sleeping. Yeah, no, there's no shame in sleeping in your rollers and your little scarf. Making me want to cut my bangs, but I'm afraid of commitment. I hear you. Let's see. Someone just said, off topic, but I have been wondering how your style has changed. I noticed your old blog is still vintage, but a bit different, and I can't put my finger on what's different. Yeah, I was actually just looking at my old blog last night because I was trying to find pictures of Henry from when I adopted him, because I have a picture of him on that blog. And I came across pictures of, it must have been like 2010 or 2009, 2008, I don't know, but a lot of pictures. And I feel like my style was just a little more easygoing. It was also a lot younger, that was a good 12 years ago. And I was still kind of figuring out my look. And I think I don't know, I think I was just a little more easygoing, and I didn't really I kind of just did whatever with my hair, and I had sort of like a vintage vibe, but I didn't really go all in. So I think in the past few years, I've just gotten more polished with it. And I've also gotten more interested in going all in. But you don't have to. So that, I always like to say that, all of this is optional. You can wear this dress and, just throw your hair in a ponytail and wear no makeup. It's all optional, however you want to do it, however you feel comfortable. I just feel like it's nice to know how to do it if you want to. Okay, so let's see. We talked about the hair rat. Someone asked earlier about hot rollers. I do use hot rollers sometimes when I am too tired to even do my little 8-minute set the night before. And what I have found is that the modern hot rollers are no good. They don't get hot enough. And I think it's because there have been some safety measures put into place. And I kind of hate saying this. I don't want any of you to go burn yourselves or get a 3rd-degree burn from old hot rollers. But I have noticed that the older hot rollers that you buy on eBay that say wax core, they get really hot, and they will hold your curls for longer. I have found there's a style that people really like called tight curls, and they are not made anymore, but they were made for like pageant, like like little girl child. What's their term? Child pageants, or like little cheerleaders or stuff like that. They did these tight curls, so they have like tiny little rollers that get really hot. So those are great. I find that the curlers are a little too small for this more relaxed set. So just find like wax core, Remington, or Clairol rollers, and you can do. I tend to do a more uniform set where I'll do like horizontal roller, 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 and then I do the bangs the same as I would here. So make sure you leave them on until they cool, and then the brush out is similar as well. Okay. What else? Do you guys have any questions? I was thinking, because we've done hair now today, maybe next month we could do makeup. Is that something that you guys are interested in? I could show you just kind of like similar to what I'm wearing today, or maybe even a little. I kind of went a little crazy with the eyeshadow today. I got a new palette that I'm really excited about, which is this Tartelette Toasted palette. So it's like a lot of warm browns. And I've just been like very excited about trying all the colors. So today, today I went a little crazy on the eyeshadow, but yeah, you guys are excited about makeup. Okay, cool. Yeah, I feel like I've gotten more into routine, and I know my eyeliner looks fab. Thank you. So yeah, I kind of I have like my favorite products now. So maybe next month we'll do a makeup tutorial. I think that would be really fun. I did want to show you guys the lipstick I'm wearing today, because I've gotten like a little bit obsessed, and it's been a while since I have gotten obsessed with a new lipstick, because I tend to have my tried and true favorites. But I ordered this Dose of Colors. Have you guys heard about this? They carry it at Ulta, I guess, or at least on the Ulta site. And this color is called Kiss of Fire, and it's a really like, I'm looking in the mirror right now, and it is like hot pink. But looking in the camera, it looks more red, and it looks red in this. And it's very, I don't know, it just has a lot of dimension to it. It looks red or pink in different lights, and it's like very pigmented, and it lasts all day. So I've been really excited about that. So Dose of Colors is the brand. Another tutorial on how to do the rat for bangs. Yes. Oh, so guys, I actually have to tell you that I think Missy is going to show you guys how to do the bumper bangs. Missy's coming to visit in like a week, and we're going to be filming some things with her. So that will be for April, and I'm really excited about it. We have some fun things planned with her, and it's going to be really great. So let's see. Did you guys have any questions that I've missed? My eye makeup is beautiful today. Thank you. Cat eye tricks. Yeah, I feel like I've got the cat eye down. Okay. It was so much fun. Oh, thank you, Erin. Okay. All right, great. I'm glad you liked it. This was really fun for me too, guys. So I did want to say too that today, I wanted to announce that today is February 29th, if you're not aware. So that means that today is the last day of our first month on Patreon, which feels like it's been the longest February ever, first of all, because it's just been so exciting, and we've been working towards March 1st and really excited about everything that's coming out. And I am so happy we did this. I feel like it's the perfect platform. It's helping me connect with you more, like in ways like this. It's getting more content out to you more frequently. It's like reignited my creativity. I like have so many more ideas than I had before, and like just really excited about what we're working on. So I hope you guys are loving it. I am loving doing it. I know Melicia's loving doing it. So yay, first month on Patreon. The other thing is that tomorrow is March 1st, which is the beginning of our second month on Patreon. So what we'll have coming out tomorrow. So as you guys might have noticed, Patreon is its own thing, but the fund, I didn't want everything to be behind a paywall, as people say. I feel like that term is a little weird, but I wanted to be releasing more free content as well. So but of course we needed the funds for it. So part of what Patreon is doing and what you guys are doing as patrons is creating the funding for our YouTube show. And I want to make sure that you're taking advantage of it because, like I said, it is coming from your support, your financial support. So every month around the first or in the first week, we'll be releasing a full new YouTube tutorial. And tomorrow it is the Liz dress. So you guys have been asking since the Liz dress came out, can you please show us how to make this on video? Because there are some challenging parts to it, and we've been intending to do it since it came out. So now we finally had the funds and the time, and I'm just really excited that we were able to do it. And if you saw the picture I posted yesterday, I was able to make my Debbie Reynolds yellow ombre fantasy dress. It came out beautifully. And so tomorrow at 1 o'clock, okay, I changed the time a little bit. So 1 o'clock rather than today's 2. EST, we will be doing a premiere on YouTube for that. So I'm going to be there, of course, live chatting with you guys. And I think that if you can join me, that would be a really good opportunity for asking questions that don't come up in the video for whatever reason. Like someone said yesterday, like, oh, I can't wait to hear your tips on sewing with chiffon. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I really give tips on sewing with chiffon, because it was more about like, here's how to make the Liz dress. But the great thing about the premiere is you guys can ask, we can be talking about that. And that's something I'm already planning on talking about in the live chat. So there's that. And then the other thing tomorrow is our next Patreon exclusive is coming out. So at 9:30 a.m., I have scheduled and ready to go 2 posts on Patreon. One is the video for the new project, and the other is the pattern and instructions. Okay, so they're separate because they are for different tier levels. So if you're in the $7 up tier, you don't have to worry about what you are because you're watching this. You just have to go to the 2 different posts to either watch the video or download the content. Okay. Have the tutorial on alarm. Thank you guys. You guys are loving the Patreon. Yay. Thank you so much. Cool. And the other thing I've been thinking about is, with this, okay, so next month we already decided we're going to do makeup, and I'm really excited about that. But in the meantime, I'm going to be trying to figure out how I can do dual cameras for a live stream, because I think it would be fun to do a sewing hangout where I could have a camera on me and one on my hands or on the machine. So, and do a split screen kind of deal. But, as you've noticed, I'm teaching myself how to do all this, and that's advanced. So if you guys know how to do it, you can feel free to message me and give me my tips. But that's something that I'm working towards in the future for these hangouts. So I was thinking what could be fun is we could even just do we could go dive into Gertie's UFO pile. Like I have dresses over there that need hems, that need the lining sewn in, stuff like that, and we can just work on finishing my dresses together, and I can give you tips as I'm sewing. Like that would be 1 month. We could do that. We could do little tutorial kind of things. I think it would be really fun. Yeah, so I think I can figure it out. I mean, I feel like all these kids out there, they know how to Twitch and stream and all that stuff, and if they can do it, I can do it. So our intern actually is, we have a high school intern right now, and she's a gamer and a streamer. So she said she would help me try to figure that out. Okay. Any more questions? I don't think so. All right. Well, I just wanted to say thank you, everyone, so much for hanging out today. Like I said, I'm going to, everything that I mentioned, all the products that I mentioned, I'm going to put them in the video description on Patreon. Okay, so just look for that post to be edited. I'll notify you. There's an option on Patreon where if I make an edit to a post, I can have it notify you. So you will know when that's up. And Twitch is for gaming. You know, it's not always for gaming. There are actually sewing people on Twitch. It's really interesting. So there's like a creativity sect on Twitch, which I looked into a little bit, and it's a whole world of its own, and it is for gaming originally. So it has a very gaming-like interface, which I don't love. but there are sewing people on Twitch, and they're mostly doing cosplay, and they come from the gaming world. But there are some people who are just streaming their sewing on Twitch, and it's really interesting. Yeah, check it out. It's really it's wild. Okay, I've never even heard this term. Oh, hi, Amy. Yeah, I know. We have to get together and we'll talk about what all the kids are doing. Yeah, like cosplay sewing, and I don't know. There's a lot of stuff out there, guys. I kind of delved into Twitch one day and I was like, oh wow. There's a lot going on there. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. This was really fun. Yeah, this was awesome. And thank you for bearing with me when I was dealing with my technical issues. So hopefully next month will be much smoother. All right, guys. So I'll see you tomorrow for the YouTube premiere. And please let me know how you like the new project tomorrow. Okay. All right. I will talk to you soon. Goodbye. Have a great day. Have a lovely nap if you're having a nap.